Hello there. My name is Brandon Simmons, and I wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you about how to find cash buyers. If you're a real estate investor, a wholesaler, fix and flipper, or just in general, realtor trying to find investors and stuff, this is going to be very, very helpful for you, especially those that are in the wholesaling market, which is what I do full time. So to give you a little background on myself, I've been wholesaling and flipping houses for about 11 years. My very first wholesale deal was with my mentor and later my boss, Sean Terry. He runs a podcast and a coaching company called Flip to Freedom. And I have coached hundreds of students with him. And I also do my own coaching as well. So this training is absolutely free. I'm not asking for anything. I just want to be able to give some value to you as a wholesaler, let you know some of the things and some things I've done to find buyers. And to let you know, I have helped hundreds and hundreds of other wholesalers do the same thing. So the stuff I'm going to show you right now is some of the things I'm doing in my business today to find cash buyers. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into a little PowerPoint, talk about a few things that you want to do to build up your cash buyers list. And then I'm going to walk you through some of the tools and resources that I use to find cash buyers and to sell deals very fast at the highest profits possible. And I hope this is helpful for you. So, all righty, moving right along. So finding cash buyers. When it comes to finding cash buyers, we want to be able to understand what types of buyers we need. So there are several types of cash buyers, right? And we're going to get to that in just a moment. I also want to be able to share with you some resources and some softwares that I use in my business right now. Now, when it comes to cash buyers, there are 5 types of cash buyers that you need. Okay, the first type of buyer is a fix and flipper. These buyers need to typically buy at a deeper discount than other types of cash buyers, but they buy fast. They use cash, they use hard money, and they can close very quick. So these are one of my favorite types of buyers is the flippers, the fix and flippers, okay? Number 2 are the landlord buyers. Those are the buyers that are buy and hold buyers. Those are the ones that buy properties for long-term investing. They're typically trying to cash flow on a property, and they can typically pay a little bit higher than the flippers because they don't need to do a full extensive HGTV ready rehab. All they need to do is do a rehab to the point where they need to make it rent ready. The third type of buyer is hedge funds. This is one of my favorite buyers right now. Hedge funds are both flippers and landlords. They have different strategies, but these are institutional buyers. These are buyers that are Wall Street buyers, right? And in fact, in a lot of markets right now, hedge funds are responsible for buying about 40% of the cash transactions. It's amazing. So a lot of times the hedge funds are actually able to pay a lot higher price and they're able to close quickly. Some need a little more time, some need inspections. They all have different buy boxes and ways that they buy things depending on inspections, but they typically do have their own funds. They're able to self-fund and they're able to close in a reasonable amount of time. So they're one of my favorite types of buyers right now. Realtors and real estate agents. Now, realtors and real estate agents are involved in, I would say, most real estate transactions, either on the listing agent side or the buyer's agent side. I would say, rule of thumb, probably 90-95% of all real estate transactions in most markets, there's a realtor involved someplace in that transaction. So having realtors involved are perfect. You want to have realtors and real estate agents on your buyers list because they have clients that are flippers. They have clients that are landlords. They have clients that are the hedge fund buyers. And they also have retail buyer clients as well. Those are the ones that'll buy 100% of retail. They may need a little more time to close, but they'll buy a full price. But also realtors, remember, they have those other clients. They have the flipper clients. They have the investor clients. They have the landlord clients. They have hedge funds. So realtors are a very, very, very good resource to have on your buyers list. The 5th type of buyer that you want to have on your buyers list is one that maybe you haven't thought about before. Okay. And that's other wholesalers and investors. I really do believe in collaboration over competition. You see, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. I founded one of the absolutely best masterminds of all times. And I'm a little biased, I would say, because I'm the founder. Now, in this mastermind, we have almost 200 of the top nation's real estate investors, wholesalers and fix flippers, hard money lenders, top real estate professionals in the nation. And it's been amazing to see them form partnerships, business collaborations, and do deals with each other. In fact, I have done deals with almost every single member of my mastermind. And if I haven't done a deal with them, they have most likely done a deal with someone else in my mastermind. So I am a big believer in collaboration over competition. Now, some of the resources and softwares, and excuse me for my voice, lost my voice about a week and a half ago, and it's just barely coming back. So I kind of sound like I'm going through puberty again when my voice cracks and stuff. So I apologize. So one of the first resources I use is realtor.com. And how would I use realtor.com? Well, let me show you real quick. So if I go to realtor.com, I want to go to realtor.com and let's say I'm picking out, let's say I'm going to find realtors in Houston, Texas. So I'm going to go and type in Houston, Texas, hit search. Okay. And now they have different little drop down boxes. Okay. And you can have the different ones. I typically like to go to the ones that work with buyers. Okay. And I want the ones that have sold the most. Okay. So there's listing agents, there's buyer's agents. Honestly, I just want people that have done a lot of transactions that have a great amount of clients that are willing to buy my properties. And I literally just go right down and start calling them. You know, we usually go through a couple lists. If you look in Houston, we got over 4,149 realtors, and this cost me $0. This is absolutely free. So to just go to realtor.com and you type in your city, you type in your state, and you want to go and focus on the ones that either have sold the most listings or have worked with buyers. Okay. Now, let me go back to my PowerPoint here. That's realtor.com. One of the other resources I love is other wholesalers, right? So we go to Google, and I'll go to Google and I'll type in "we buy houses," and I'll type in the city and the state. So if I'm trying to find other wholesalers to help me sell the deal, by the way, the reason why wholesalers are so good and why you want them on a buyer's list is they have spent hundreds and thousands of dollars building up their buyer's list. They probably have hundreds or thousands of buyers that you don't even have. So it's very important to have these people on your buyer's list. It's, remember, collaboration over competition. So we buy houses, and I'll do Houston, Texas again. So it's going to give me ads. Now, me being a wholesaler, I never click on these. I feel bad about anyone that just clicks on them for the heck of it, because I know it costs money. So I drop down a little bit farther and I start looking down here, and I can see all these other wholesalers with their contacts, right? And what I want to do is start focusing on the ones, and I click on them, and I go and I start finding their phone numbers. Boom, there's a phone number, right? Go to the next one. And there's another phone number, right? And I just start collecting their information. I will have a virtual assistant a lot of times go through, do the we buy houses, right? Do this search, we buy houses, city, state. And then I have them put in a spreadsheet, the link for their website and the phone number. And then we start calling them and find out who the owner is, find out if they have a buyer's list, if they can help us sell deals, right? So that's a very, very good resource. One of the other reasons why I love wholesalers is because they help me find deals. If I'm trying to find a deal and I don't have something in my inventory, they may have something available as well. So let me go back here to my slides. So that is Google We Buy Houses. You want to just Google your city and state, start clicking on those different websites to get the phone numbers of those different wholesalers. I also love title companies. Now, typically I focus on title companies that work with investors. I love to focus on title companies that do a lot with fix and flippers and wholesalers because they're familiar with the double closings, they're familiar with assignments, and they're very good resources. So if I can call a local title company, say, hey, do you happen to know anyone, any of your clients that are looking for another flip or rental property? And a lot of times they can give you the contact information right there, or they may reach out to that buyer and say, hey, I got a gentleman looking for an investor looking for another flip or rental property. Do you mind if I share your information with them? Boom. Now you just added someone else to your buyers list. Title companies are a great free resource. Another great free resource is local hard money lenders, right? Now, again, Google is your best bet on a lot of these. You can just type in Google hard money lenders, city and state. You want to talk to hard money lenders that are working with flippers all the time. Hard money lenders are used by fix and flippers a lot. In fact, hard money lenders are usually the ones that are helping these investors buy cash, quote unquote, right? So they're using the hard money lenders cash to buy these properties. So they're a wonderful resource. Not only that, they have a database of buyers. If they're not a buyer, a lot of times hard money lenders are buyers themselves. But even if they're not buying, they will have a resource or a ton of other individuals in their database that are looking to buy properties. I also love local real estate investor associations, or RIAs. Okay. And I think I misspelled RIA there. So it's supposed to be REIA. So sorry about that. But hey, just Google your local city, state, and real estate investor association. Usually the big cities have these real estate investor association. And on those websites, a lot of times they'll have tools and resources and member directories. So sometimes you have to join to become a member. Sometimes you don't. But a lot of times they will also have Facebook groups. So a lot of times I will join those Facebook groups, or I will go to meetup.com and join through meetup.com and try to find out who I have in there. So that's an excellent free resource, is real estate investor associations in your major city. And if they don't have a directory there, see if they have a Facebook group you can join or a meetup group that you can join. And usually those are free. Usually you don't have to be a member to join those. So that's an excellent free resource as well. And there you go, free real estate Facebook groups. I also love to go to real estate Facebook groups. I'm usually looking for wholesale groups. I'm usually looking for fix and flip groups. I'm usually looking for realtor groups, landlord groups, anything to do with basically real estate. Okay. Those are great resources to find buyers. Now, a lot of times wholesalers will go into a wholesale group thinking that they have buyers there. There's not a lot of buyers in a lot of those groups. Most of the time you have to go to the fix and flip groups, the landlord groups, or the local real estate investor association groups. And that's where the real true buyers are. So that's just another little helpful hint for you. The other resource I absolutely love, and I'm going to show you this in just a second, is Craigslist.org, right? So if you go to Craigslist, you go to real estate for sale by owner, and these are some of the keywords. You may use a keyword like wholesale. You may use a keyword like cash, ARV, hard money, rehab. These are all keywords I have used to find other wholesalers, right? And those wholesalers have that buyers list. What's interesting is you can use these keywords, create a search, and you can have that email come to you every single day with new properties, number one. And number two, other wholesalers, right? So they can help you sell your deals. Let me show you how this works a little bit. Let's go to, there's Craigslist right now. Real estate for sale. Let's say I'm going to use ARV, after repair value, right? That's maybe a keyword I want. And look, these are all different wholesalers. Maybe I want to bundle the duplicates, so I'm not seeing those over and over and over. Yeah, I just want to see the ones that are posted today. All right, so boom, these are all different wholesalers. Maybe there's some of the same wholesalers putting the same property, different properties out. They have multiple properties, but this is a great resource. And whenever you go in here, the way it'll typically work is you'll have to click on the reply to get their contact information, and it'll make you go through a little thing where you have to go and make sure you're not a robot, right? So it's asking for airplanes. So I'll click on every picture that has an airplane. Again, right? So not a robot. And then I want to show that phone number. And then I would go maybe get the email too, right? So I get the wholesaler's name, phone number, and I would call them. Now I just added that wholesaler to my buyers list. That's an easy way. And by the way, when you're doing this, you can do this. You can outsource this. You can have a virtual assistant do this. It may take a little bit of extra time, but I'm telling you, these are where the deals are at, and these are where the active buyers are. Okay. So let me go back into here. And share my screen one more time. So those are free resources. Okay. Now, some of the paid resources that I use, I love PropStream. There are other paid resources that I can go through on another time, but on this free training, I just want to show you how I use PropStream. And if you don't know PropStream, you can use this affiliate link. And yes, I do get an affiliate commission if you use this. It is a 7-day free trial. After that 7-day free trial, it's $97 a month. But I'm going to show you how to find those 5 types of buyers using PropStream right now. Okay, let me show you how that works. So go to PropStream, log in. First, we're going to look for our flippers, our fix and flippers. So when we go to PropStream, let's say I'm in Houston, Texas again. I click on the city, and then I have a little filter tab right here, right? What's interesting is they have a little preset thing that is for flippers. So I can click on this. Look, there are 5 flippers right now. These are typically someone that has bought something cash. A lot of times they're LLCs, investors, and they're selling it right now on MLS. It's either active or it's pending, right? So let me click on another one. It looks like they bought this one cash. That's maybe a government, and then it's listed on the MLS, right? Let me see if I can find a different one as well. And Houston may not be the best one because Texas is kind of a non-disclosure state. Let me go to Phoenix real quick. Phoenix, Arizona. Flippers, look, 132. So click on this one. Okay, let's see. They bought the mortgage conventional back February 22nd. It is listed for 6 days. And we can see what they bought it for. They bought it for $288,000. It is now listed for $425,000, right? So this is a great buyer. We can also click on link properties if they have any other properties. So this is just flippers. One of the other ways that I use this flipper tab on here, remember we hit flippers, is who knows who those flippers are, right? A lot of times the real estate agents know who this company is, right? Let's see. There's the lender, Boomerang Capital. That's a hard money lender. Again, that's just something I know from the area here, right? MLS details. So now look, now we have the real estate agent's information. We can contact the real estate agent and say, hey, do you have any clients looking for another flip? Right? It's amazing. That's all it takes. You don't have to skip trace anything. There's nothing to pay for. You just call the real estate agent and see if they have anyone that can help you flip the property. So that is a flipper, right? So the landlords are people that bought something cash. So I'm going to go to cash buyers, and they don't live in the property. So is it owner occupied? I'm going to put no, not owner occupied. Okay. So now a lot of times I want to put ownership info. So years of ownership, let's say they just bought it this year. Now over here, I can choose if it's an individual. I can choose if it's a corporation, a trust, or, all the above, right? So I have over 8,000 landlord buyers. Now, one of the things I can make sure that they are landlord buyers is maybe I want to make sure they have at least 3 or 4 properties, right? So I can put a minimum of, say, 3 properties in here. And if I go and click on one of these, here is raising Arizona properties. See if they have any other properties. They have 5 properties. Okay. And that's an LLC. Let's see if we got another one here. All right. Link properties. They own 4. Right. So same thing here. They own 4. So that's one of the ways I find landlords, right? Now, remember, real estate agents are that connection. So all we have to do is go to there, click on the MLS, and then we have the real estate agent right there. So you can go through and you can export this list, and you can get just the contact information for the real estate agents and start calling those agents that have these properties that just sold this year. Okay, and reach out to them. So those are the landlord buyers, right? So fix and flip buyers, landlord buyers, and hedge funds. How do we find hedge funds? Wow. Very similar way, except hedge funds probably own a lot more properties. I'm going to start with 1,000. Let's say they own at least 1,000 properties. Okay, what if I did 10,000? I'll just add another 0 there. Look at that. So now, let's see, it's the same search criteria. Let's find out who this is. That's Open Door. They're buying a lot, right? Let's see what this one is. I just want to go through a couple of different ones. Then I want to show you link properties and just say, this is a lot. Look at that. It's taking a while to pull up all of the buyers. 7 points. Okay. Link properties, 58,000 buyers, right? Now you can go through, you can go and try to mail them and Google this LLC and try to skip trace them. And there's a lot of different resources to use to try to find out who the owner of the LLC is. Or you can just go right to the realtor. Just call this realtor right here. Say, hey, I see you're selling the property over at Magnolia Street. Looks like it just recently sold. Your clients aren't looking for any more properties, are they? They're going to be like, yeah. So now that's very easy. So we talked about fix and flip buyers. We talked about landlords. We talked about hedge funds. We talked about realtors, and we talked about wholesalers. So these are all resources we can use, right? And that's how I use PropStream. Now, just to let you know, if you have any questions or you want to know, hey, I need help finding the buyers, or I need help with anything in general, this is the best way to contact me. This is my Google Voice number. It goes right to my cell phone. It's 480-818-6460. And yes, I do answer my own phone. You can also go to my website. It's www.brandontheman.com. You can set up a time to call me there if you have any questions, or if there's anything else I can help you with. I hope this training was helpful. I hope this gave you some value. If it did, please make sure, if this is on YouTube, to like and subscribe. If there's a link on Twitter, Instagram, just please follow me. And thanks for watching this quick little training. I hope this is helpful, and feel free to pass it on to any of your friends that you think can be helped with this quick little training. If there's anything else I can do, please reach out, and have a great day, and God bless. See ya.